Very good morning, all of you. And today we are going to cover another personality of our modern India, and that important personality is Subhash Chandra Bose. And he was from 1897 to 1945 till 1945. So let's start about Netaji, and we will look into his life canvas, and let's start his life canvas. So Deshbandhu Chitranjan Das was his political guru. So who was his political guru? Deshbandhu Chitranjan Das, and this can be asked question in a state pieces. So influenced by communist thought during his association with Congress volunteers at Calcutta session of INC. So when he influenced by communist thought during Calcutta session of INC, so this is very important. Whether he was like socialist, communist, and in which session he got influenced. So Calcutta session, and believed in expelling British through revolutionary programs. He believed in revolutionary programs and reorganized INA for this purpose in 1943. Indian National Army, who reorganized Subhash Chandra Bose, and in which year INA? So 1943. So he decided to seek support of USSR and Hitler to expel British by force through INA. So he took help of USSR and Hitler as well to throw Britishers, and he expressed bewilderment at Gandhi's decision to withdraw non-cooperation movement. Means he was not in support of holding of this NCM non-cooperation movement, and Gandhi had called off this. So he was like very bewilderment, like not in uh, favor of this, and he was like very surprised how you can do Gandhi these things. Let continue this non-cooperation movement. So that was means of agitation in the form of non-violent, which was initiated by Gandhi. And after that, after death of C.R. Das in 1925, Bengal Congress broke up into two factions. One was led by him, Yugantar group, backed by him. One was led by him, Yugantar group, backed by him. And Nehru report in 1928 demanded dominion status. So who demanded and when? So Nehru report demanded dominion status in 1928, and which was rejected by both Nehru and Bose, and formed Independence of India League. So here we came to know the Nehru report 1928 demanded dominion status, which was rejected by both Nehru and Bose, formed Independence of Indian League. Who formed Independence of Indian League? Nehru and Bose. After uh, getting rejected Nehru report of 1920, and participated in salt satyagraha in 1930. Participated in salt satyagraha in 1930, and he opposed Gandhi-Irvin Pact. He opposed Gandhi-Irvin Pact in 1931, and suspension of CDM, Civil Disobedience Movement. So this question can be asked whether Subhash Chandra Bose had opposed or not Gandhi-Irvin Pact or suspension of CDM. Yes, he opposed. And Gandhi called him prince among the patriots. Like this one. So prince among the patriots. So who called him prince among patriots? Gandhi. And who and by whom Gandhi was called nation of father? Subhash Chandra Bose called him nation of father. Here we can correlate these two personalities together. So Gandhi called him prince among the patriots here, and the name Netaji was given by people of Germany. Name Netaji was given by people of Germany, and he gave the slogan Jai Hind from Free India Center, Germany. So this question can be asked: who gave Jai Hind? Subhash Chandra Bose. And from where? Then from Free India Center, Germany, not in India, from Germany. He said Jai Hind, and he gave the slogan, "Give me blood, I will give you freedom." In Malya, he said. Where he said? In Malya. He said, "Give me blood, I will give you freedom." So in Malya he said, and gave this slogan. So let's move ahead about his publication. Before going into his publication, one is like a book, Indian Struggle, he wrote. Newspaper Swaraj, he wrote. So his two major publication was Indian Struggle and Swaraj. And let's move ahead in his life events. So born in 1897 at Cuttack in Odisha. Born in 1897 at Cuttack in Odisha, and higher education at Cambridge University, and cleared Indian civil service examination held in England, but resigned in 1921. Means he cleared IS. So this is very important for UPSC fraternity group and for us. We can correlate our sentiments with Subhash Chandra Bose. He wanted to serve nation, and he was patriotic. He was having patriotic feeling, and he joined civil services and became civil servant, and he resigned as well. He was not having greed of power and social status. He was real and progressive and rational and patriotic and martyr, I would say. He was great soul. And participation in NCM, non-corporation movement, and became principal of National College at Calcutta. Participated in national non-cooperation movement. Sorry, it's a non-cooperation movement. When became principal of National College at Calcutta, and in 1923 mayor of Calcutta he became, and in 1924 chief executive office of Calcutta Corporation he became, and he along with Nehru emerged as the leader of more radical wave of youth from 1920s, and he participated in the boycott of Simon Commission. And in 1928, he was a member of committee under Motilal Nehru to draft a constitution Nehru report. So this question can be asked in 1928 whether Subhash Chandra Bose was member of this committee or not, like under Motilal Nehru of Nehru report. So he was member in preparing that Nehru report. So he was member in that committee while drafting constitution or Nehru report. And INC President Haripur session 1938, he presided in Haripur session, and in Tripuri session 1939, and resigned due to differences with Gandhi. So Haripur and Tripuri session 1938-39 he joined, but after that he resigned due to differences with Gandhi. And Ramgarh, in 1940, he convened an anti-compromise conference at Ramgarh. Who convened anti-compromise conference at Ramgarh? Subhash Chandra Bose. Joint efforts of Forward Bloc and Kisan Sabha called for worldwide struggle on April 6, first day of National Week. And 1941 he escaped from India. When he escaped from India, went outside 1941, and British placed him under house arrest, and founded Forward Bloc as a new party within INC. Who founded Forward Bloc? Subhash Chandra Bose within INC, and he called Gandhiji father of nation, first on to do so. And after that, um, INA, Indian National Army, Azad Hind Fauj, first phase of INA. Like, the idea was originally conceived by Mohan Singh. Originally, who conceived this idea of Azad Hind Fauj? Mohan Singh. This question has been asked. And in 1942, first division of INA was formed with Japan's support. The first division of INA was formed with support of Japan. And in 1942, INA was placed under Indian Independence League. So when INA was placed under Indian Independence League in 1942, and whose chairman was Raj Bihari Bose. So who was the boss of this Indian Independence League? Raj Bihari Bose. And INA was placed under Indian Independence League in 1942. And after that, second phase of INA. So in 1943, it began with the arrival of Subhash Chandra Bose in Singapore. Second phase started with arrival of Subhash Chandra Bose in Singapore, and Raj Bihari Bose transferred the control of Indian Independence League and INA to Netaji in 1943 in Singapore. And Subhash Chandra Bose became Supreme Commander of INA. And INA had women's regiment named after the Rani of Jhansi. This question has been asked in state quizzes as well, so many, especially BPSC. What was the name of INA women regiment? So Rani of Jhansi, and in 1943 formed provisional government for Free India at Singapore. When he formed provisional government for Free India in 1943, where in Singapore, and it declared war on Britain and US and recognized by Axis power. So, like in 1943, formed provisional government for Free India at Singapore. It declared war on Britain and US and recognized by Axis power. So, after that, part of left wing within INC, part of left wing within INC. So, inspired by Soviet Revolution and dissatisfied with Gandhian ideas and programs, and began advocating radical solutions for economics and political and social ills, and advocated Purna Swarajya, complete independence. Who? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose advocated for Purna Swaraj, complete independence he wanted, and emphasized the need to combine nationalism and anti-imperialism with social justice. Means nationalism and anti-imperialism need to combine with social justice. So nationalism was need of hour and anti-imperialism was also happening. And now let's move ahead. What were the differences between Gandhi and Bose to take different dimension, whether it could be related to education, caste and untouchability, ideas on economy. Both these two great souls, Gandhi and Bose, had certain differences in their own opinion or perspectives. To take education, Gandhi had to say he was against English system of education and use of English as a medium of instruction. So Gandhi was against English system of education. And Gandhi integrated approach, physical training, moral principles, is equal to full development of personality. Physical training, moral principle is equal to full development of personality. He conceived नई तालीम और बेसिक एजुकेशन फॉर ऑल in 1937. But Bose had to say, like, he emphasized higher education, especially technical and scientific fields, as he wanted an industrial India and community building. He was in very progressive nature, so, and opposed to centralization and decentralization of economic and political power. So Bose opposed centralization. He wanted decentralization of economic and political power. And let's move ahead in education. Like Gandhi had to also say he was instrumental in bringing women out of their homes to take part in freedom struggle. Gandhi did these things, and he opposed social ills like child marriage, dowry system. So Gandhi opposed child marriage and dowry system and considered man and women as equal. In matter of roles of man and woman, regarded as patriarchal, and he believed that the roles of two gender are separate Hence, they should follow these defined goals. Example: man is a breadwinner and woman is a keeper and distributor of bread. This is very beautiful line. Man is breadwinner, but woman distributes in a equal manner and bring harmony at home. And boss has to say he boss said consider men and women as equal. He also considered man and women equal. Women should be trained to take a larger and more intelligent interest in public affairs. Women to step out of home. In 1943, he called on women to serve as a soldier in INA. So he was very progressive mind. He wanted to let join women as a soldier in INA, Indian National Army. And women should be given a high position in the family as well as in society, said Subhash Chandra Bose. And he was for evolution of Parda system and also supported widow remarriage. So Subhash Chandra Bose was very progressive in nature to take women empowerment. And on caste and untouchability, Gandhi has to say caste system has nothing to do with religious precepts and spirituality. Caste and Varna are different, and caste is pervasive degeneration. Pervasive degeneration. So Gandhi supported Varna system basically, and considered Varna ashram as a rational system and reform of caste system through appealing and reasoning. Appealing and reasoning should be used for bringing changes and reforming caste system. Did not want mixing up fighting untouchability with inter-caste marriage. So inter-caste marriage is like personal choice, and that should not intermingle with caste and untouchability basically. And what Subhash Chandra Bose has to say on caste: in socialist revolution will end caste system and create an egalitarian, casteless and classless society. Socialist revolution will end caste system and create an egalitarian, casteless and classless society, and completely rejected social inequality and caste system. Completely rejected inequality and caste system and favored inter-caste marriage. And progress of India would be possible only with uplift of the downtrodden and so-called untouchables. So has to say Subhash Chandra Bose on caste and untouchability. Now we will move ahead on ideas on economics. What were differences between Gandhi and Bose? Gandhi wanted decentralized economic without state control. Without state control, he wanted decentralized economy and dismissed both capitalism and Western socialism. Dismissed both capitalism and Western socialism and idea of village sarvodaya. Gandhi wanted idea of village sarvodaya, and production was for immediate use and not for distant market. Gandhi had not faith in distant market concept, and industry to be a decentralized business, though a small scale cooperative organization should be there as per Gandhi. He was against large scale industrialization. He was no against machinery that save human labor. And trusteeship concept of Gandhi was trusteeship theory Under this, he wanted the capitalists to be trustees, and as such would care of not only themselves but uh, uh, for other as well. So Subhash Chandra Bose has to said on economy, like economic freedom to be the essence of social and political freedom, and favored modernization to bring about industrialization. Industrial development under a state ownership and a state control would be indispensable. He considered a state control would be indispensable, must needed. Need of a planning commission to advise the national government, who first time brought concept of planning commission in national government, Subhash Chandra Bose. This is very important question. This has been asked as well. And abolition of landlordism, said by Subhash Chandra Bose. Socialism to be the basis of national reconstruction. Socialism should be used for national reconstruction. And classified industries into three types. Subhash Chandra Bose classified industries into three types: heavy, modern, and cottage industries. And forms of government. What was differences between Gandhi and Bose on forms of government? Which kind of forms of government should be there? So Gandhi said his ideas are found in Hindu Swaraj 1909, village republics, and Gandhi's idealized a state, Ram Raj, no need of representative government, no army, no constitution. Gandhi wanted idealized a state, Ram Raj kind of. Swaraj lays stress on self-governance through individual and community building, and a skeptical of party system, and was sure that representative democracy could not provide people with justice, and opposed to centralization, decentralization of economic and political power, said, but opposed to centralization. And now what Subhash Chandra Bose has to take forms of government. During early phase, democracy was acceptable political system for India. During later phase, veered towards the idea that at least in the beginning a democratic system would not be the adequate for nation rebuilding, and the eradication of poverty and social inequality was also need of hour, as per Subhash Chandra Bose. In 1913, in India, there should be a synthesis of socialism and fascism, as per Subhash Chandra Bose. Socialism, justice and equality. Fascism was like efficiency and discipline. He called it Samyavad. So he believed in Samyavad. Subhash Chandra Bose believed in Samyavad. And he was not a Nazi. He supported empowerment of women, secularism, and other liberal ideas as well. Now we will come between means and ends. What was differences between Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose to take means and ends? Gandhi said he focused on result of the action, on ends and not means. Like example, he had no communication in he had no compulsion in taking the help of Nazi or fascist and later of Japan, even though he believed in liberal ideas and disapproved racism of Nazi. And like means are as important as ends, as per Subhash Chandra Bose, and he focused on ends and not means. Subhash Chandra Bose, and means are as important as ends, and non-violence can't be practiced unless the means and ends were equally good. Deep dislike for fascist and Nazist and would not think of using them to all against the British, as per Gandhi. So, so after that, non-violence versus militant approach. Firm believer in ahimsa and satyagraha, non-violence was to gain and goal, as per Gandhi. But Subhash Chandra Bose, he believed that Gandhi's strategy based on non-violence would be inadequate for securing India's independence, and violent resistance alone could oust in Britain. So these all were to attack Subhash Chandra Bose. I hope we have learned a lot here, and thank you very much.